Hi Virgo, I am going to do your tarot card reading now. I have very meticulously shuffled all of these 3 decks with mutable earth in mind. So Virgo, I was looking at the astrological positions of all the planets, and I could be wrong, but there are no planets in your constellation right now. In fact, I mean, obviously, once a month the moon is in your sign. But the next eventful thing for you it will be in August. Mercury will enter Virgo, and then in October, Venus will enter your sign, and after that, things become very active. Right now, your ruling planet is in Aquarius. So I think what's going to happen, generally, all I could come up with is possibly less limited thinking. Woohoo. Anyway. All right. So, I don't know why, but I'm thinking the Witch's Tarot right now. And we're going to move the other decks aside and use them for clarification. Okay? All right. So, I'm going to do a few more shuffles with the Hierophant there at the bottom of the deck. It's normally associated with Taurus, but it's a nice solid card. So we are looking for a very accurate Celtic cross for our mutable earth. Okay. Cards are a bit stiff lately. I think they've been through some rough shuffling. I'm thinking 6 piles. 6 piles, please. Can we have an accurate Celtic cross for mutable earth? Maybe have an accurate Celtic cross for mutable earth. I want to pick this. All right, put it back together. We're running out of time here, but I'll just pause the tape for 1 sec. All right, I've put everything back together. I'm looking at the bottom of the deck, and I see the 9 of Swords. I don't like that. Are you losing sleep over something? I believe this is Jupiter in Gemini, but I'll correct myself later on if I'm wrong about that. This is easy to get out of, by the way. In the traditional deck, the person, was up all night worrying, and they may well have been worrying and losing sleep for an entire year. They have only to look at their blanket that is covering them, because it's checkered with red roses, which should bring them to the Magician, whose lesson is, and the Magician, Virgo, is one of your major arcana cards. The lesson to get out of the 9 of Swords is to look at those red roses and know that the Magician cultivates red roses through mental mastery. And the lesson in the 9 of Swords is to just change your mind, and that should change everything. Anyway, let's lay out your cards, Virgo. All right. So we'll leave the 9 of Swords there at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to do a little bit of moving around. So Virgo, we're going to look at the issue and the challenge right away. Are you ready? All right. So the issue is the Page of Swords. That's generally associated with Aquarius, okay? And the challenge is the King of Cups, who is associated with Pisces. I'm going to pause the tape because I'm going to have to think about this for a moment. I'll be right back, Virgo. All right, Virgo. First of all, I feel like I'm reading for a Virgo female, all right? I'm going to say something slightly unconventional about the issue and the challenge. This Page of Swords, I think, is a young person who's a bit of a nuisance. I do think you're being spied on, okay? This person wants to stir up some trouble. They may be spying on you on the internet. This is a vengeful person, okay? I also think that the challenge being the King of Cups, I see this as an emotionally manipulative family member, okay? Someone who likes to try to guilt you. That's just what I'm seeing. I'm going to leave it at that. If I'm wrong, I'm really sorry. But that's just what I'm seeing. All right. Sorry, Virgo. We're going to go and see what crowns your reading. Yeah. Okay. So what's crowning your reading is the Five of Cups. I don't see this as a negative card at all. I think it's interesting. So I'm using the Witch's Tarot, so it's really hard for me to focus on the authentic meaning. But look, the Five of Cups. First of all, we're dealing with Mars in Scorpio, so we're dealing with passion versus risk, okay? And the risk that was taken was sort of the wrong risk. Generally, the person in the Five of Cups is looking down. It appears that they are in a state of regret, okay? Behind them are two cups. There's a possibility of them going over this beautiful bridge and going to the castle. But what they're staring at are three cups that were spilled, and there's wine coming out of them. So what I see in this card is simply one thing, is how do you develop good foresight? And in order to do that, you should work on what happened in the past, and that's exactly what the person in the Five of Cups is doing. So someone actually may regret not choosing you and playing the... So having that crown the reading, because I see that as another person, is the hope that that person will realize while they're looking back, what an error they made in not choosing you and offering you that other cup out of the Two of Cups, walking over the beautiful bridge and going to the castle, because it's not too late. This person is still developing good foresight by looking back. Okay, let's go on. This is a very fascinating reading. So the tools that you're bringing in are the Five of Pentacle tools. Good. So you know what you're bringing in? Logic, okay, and hope. In the original card, the Five of Pentacles card, it looks quite desperate and hopeless. There's a woman walking in a snowstorm. She's with a man who's on crutches who is in desperate need of medical help. And you look at the card and you think, oh my God, this is hopeless, right? No, there's a lesson in that card, okay? It's very, very difficult to tease out, but I want you the next time you look at that card to look at the sort of cow's bell that is around the neck of the person who is injured. And that is supposed to bring in the logic of Taurus, because of course this is Mercury in Taurus, okay? And the fact that that man who's most injured, he's looking up toward the light coming from the church. The woman is kind of looking down. Here's a quote from Waite about this card. Conquest of fortune by reason. In other words, they have a plan. Their plan is they're going to continue walking until they find the door. Okay? You know what I'm sensing from this card, Virgo, is that you and your partner will make it through thick and thin. That's what I'm sensing from that card, okay? In your recent past. Okay, I think I am reading for a very evolved Virgo woman. Because I just got the... Oh, how are we doing on time? Yeah. I just got the Temperance card. This is, normally related to Sagittarius. But the Temperance card is an angel. This is an angel, okay? A little break in the tape. Hi, Virgo. Okay, continuing. So I'm looking at the Temperance card. I'm using the Witch's Tarot here. So I'm just trying to figure out, well, yeah, okay. Sorry for always putting the Witch's Tarot down, but I just, sometimes the pictures don't pick up on the essential things. Look, Virgo, I think you have been through many incarnations. I think you, I hope this doesn't turn anyone off, but I believe strongly in past lives. And I think you've been through many of them. And your purpose in life is not necessarily to find a partner and to get married and have children and da-da-da-da. Your purpose is much higher than that and much more important. And that can be very frustrating to people who would like to be your significant other because you have more important things to do. Okay? So in this card, this is an angel, and the angel appears to be pouring water back and forth, but that was a little trick that Waite played on everybody. She's actually mixing two completely different elements. I believe it's fire and water. I'm not sure. But there's also a suggestion that what she's pouring back and forth are the past and the future. Okay? Her red wings. Now, her wings aren't red. See, in the Witch's Tarot. This bothers me. Anyway, the color red was very important in the wings because it reminds us that the sun can also be fire. Okay? This angel is the bridge between this world and the other world, okay? I would go so far as to say that she is akin to God, and that's not me, okay? That's Waite, because the symbol, the triangle within the square, it's there in the Witch's Tarot, yay. Anyway, the triangle within the square, that is, I cannot remember the Hebrew name, but it represents, in Hebrew, God, okay? So this is an extremely, and she does very, 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 very hard work, all right? That's in your... So the position of that being said, may mean that you're aware of this. Okay. In your immediate future, this is really nice. You have the Six of Cups. So in your immediate future, your soulmate. All right, you're going to get together with your soulmate. Absolutely, because this is, and it's someone that you either have had a past life with or that you have been with before. This is the Sun in Scorpio. I do not like the Witch's Tarot picture here because it's lost so much of the symbolism. In the original Six of Cups card, the boy and the girl are dressed in these medieval headdresses, which is, allows us to have a clue that it's the past. Okay, so it's a reunification from the past. In the background, there is a man walking away back on with the color gray, okay, which in tarot often means the mixing, okay, of the two becoming one. Yeah, so you're going to come together with your soulmate, with the person that you were meant to be with, and you probably were with them in a past life. So this is a very happy reading, okay? All right, so let's go to the energy that you're bringing in. Yeah, you know you're being spied on. We've got the Seven of Swords here. Boy, oh boy. I'm going to pause the tape for a second. Okay, Virgo. Very simply, for some reason, I'm feeling like this is some sneaky person at work who's jealous of you. I think, just put it this way, somebody's doing research on you. It could be an Aquarius. And look at this, in the issue. We already had this bloody spy, this Page of Swords. Now we've got the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is Moon in Aquarius. Meaning generally that what someone thought you were, you're not. So I think they sort of underestimated you, and now they're doing lots of research on you. Someone is researching you on the internet. This could be work related. Somebody's jealous of you. I think you're aware of it. So what's the advice? Just don't, keep your behavior, keep being yourself and adhere to the rules. I'm sorry that you have to go through this. Anyway, okay, what are the outside influences? Oh, nice. Beautiful. Oh, Virgo, this is wonderful. Okay, so the outside influences impacting on the situation is beautiful. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune, okay? So just in short, everything good about this. Luck, money, everything going your way. The Wheel of Fortune is like an engine that will run for you, and it will ensure that things go well and that all good things come your way. Your hopes and fears. Nice. Okay, this is a love reading. Two of Cups. So you could be in the early stages of developing a relationship with a soulmate, okay? I say early stages because, once again, I can't show you with this card because Witch's Tarot doesn't have it in there. One of the clues that the relationship is in its early stages is that in the home in the back of the Two of Cups is relatively far away. So also, yeah, they're missing the caduceus and there's all sorts of symbolism. And I wonder, is this a work-related, are you dating your boss, I wonder? Because that could be why people at work are jealous. Anyway, in the original Two of Cups, there is this sort of intertwining of two snakes. And in Greek mythology, it meant that it's a wonderful combination, two become one, and also successful in commerce. This is why I'm wondering. Okay, Virgo, I think we're ready for the outcome. Yay! I just have a really good feeling that the outcome is going to be good. All right. Nice! You are dating your boss. I don't know. An Aries man. Here comes the Emperor. This is awesome. Did you know, well, this may be clear. So, we have four kings in the tarot deck. The King of Swords, the King of Wands, the King of Cups. What am I forgetting? King of Wands. Then we're looking at the King of Pentacles, right? So there's 4 kings, but there's really 5 because the Emperor is a crowned monarch. So your soulmate is a king. These are what's wonderful about it. Now, this is usually the one who calls the shots. So this person is very much in control. He rules with knowledge, not any weapons. Everybody obeys him, by the way. In the original card, the Emperor has a little bit of a white beard, and anyone in the tarot deck who has a white beard is sort of comparable to God. But it's a very, very good king. Wow, Virgo. So yeah, I feel like I was reading for a female Virgo, and now this doesn't have to be an Aries person. This can be any man that has these qualities. And if it was someone that you met in the workplace, if it's your boss, look, people are going to be jealous. Just completely ignore them, but do cross your T's and dot your I's, and make sure that everything is above board, okay? I'm very, very happy for you. We did have the 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck, so you're losing a little bit of sleep over this. Try not to do that. Remember the Magician. Okay, so the other decks that I prepared, underneath one of them we had the 8 of Wands, so you're probably going to hear from your Emperor soon. And my job, please let this be good. Well, in this one we had the King of Cups, so your king might be a Pisces or something, but that's a person who's going to express emotions soon. Congratulations, Virgo. I hope you enjoyed your reading.